Alright, this video is going to be something to dive into the mind of a fat person. Now, this is very interesting because this is how fat people predominantly view, like, in shape people, and this is from what I've seen with someone I work with who is around in shape people, but is the epitome of out of shape, like the epitome of literally fat type of lard, you know? So, let's get into it. When fat people see people who are in shape, or like when fat people see people who are skinny, they're envious, right? When fat people see skinny people, they're very envious. Now, when a fat person sees someone who's in shape, it's a completely different story. They're not just envious. Actually, no, they're not envious at all. Because for some reason, fat people think that people who are in shape are special. And I'm not saying they're not, they are, but what I mean by that is fat people perceive them as a different kind of special than just, wow, they're dedicated, look at them. Fat people look at in shape people and they immediately default to, wow, that was their predetermined life. That's what they were supposed to be, Like, I'm not even mad because I can't, who am I to compete with that? Like, I'm not even mad because it's like, that wasn't even like meant to be my life. That was meant to be their life. They were meant to have that. I wasn't. So I'm not even upset, or I don't even think I should get that. And it's funny because it's like the epitome of you being like playing basketball, right? And you've never played basketball before in your life, and you get put up against prime Kobe, R.I.P. by the way, but you get put up against prime Kobe, and you're just like, okay, well, if I lose this, I'm not even mad because it's like he's Kobe. Like, I'm not even gonna get mad if I lose this. And so that's how fat people see people who are in shape, like people who are in really good shape. Because like there's this guy I work with and he's really out of shape, and he'll like see he works pretty much his entire day consists of him being around people who are in predominantly good shape, or people who are like people with like little to no clothes on, in a sense that they're wearing like sports bras and they're like dudes that have no shirts on, stuff like that. He's seeing these like nice tight physiques from these people who are way younger than him, and he's like maybe in his like he's older, he's an older guy, but he's really heavy set, and he just looks at them. And I remember one day he told me, he was like, yeah, when I see people like that, I'm not even mad, like I'm not even mad about it. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, why aren't you mad? Like, I was kind of like thrown off by like, why does that not affect you anyway? And he's like, because look at him. Those are people who were like determined to be like that. They were determined to be the stud. They were determined to get the ladies. I wasn't meant to, like, that wasn't meant to be me. That was never meant to be me. So how am I gonna get mad at someone who's like living a life that I literally view as like a dream life? And it dawned on me, he wasn't wrong in a sense. Fat people and people who are insanely out of shape, it's a pipe dream for them to get in shape. Skinny people, you guys, a lot of you have abs. A lot of us have abs. A lot of us have, fast metabolism. So it's like we get in shape, and it doesn't really take as much effort because we're putting on size, which actually takes a lot more effort, in my opinion. But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, you'll see definition faster because you're already so skinny that the muscle will poke through the skin. Like, fat people will see people who are in shape, and it's like more of a pipe dream for like them than it is a skinny person who sees someone in shape. It's like fat people will look at the reality of someone like in shape, or like someone who doesn't have to hide their stomach, or someone who can just not wear a shirt and have a six pack, and like they'll just look at them and like be like, that's like a unicorn. Like, it'll be like not even an obtainable thing for them. Like, it'll be like looking at someone through like a lens that allows them to look through a different reality, to see like someone who's not even a part of the world they live in. And they're just like, it's so weird to think about, but it's true. Fat people have like a predominantly different outlook on in shape people than skinny people or average people do, because of the fact that to them, being in shape is literally like winning the lottery. Like, it's the odds of it are that high or that low when it comes to winning in shape or being in shape. It's like, and like as someone who's like in good shape, like it really made me think about it, because I've had my shirt off around this dude. I've like done fitness stuff around this dude, and I'm like, I wonder if he like looks at me like that. Like, I wonder if he looks at me and is like seeing me do all this stuff that I've built myself up over years of dedication. It's a lot of hard work, but, and a lot of people may get mad because they put in that work, and then some fat dude just dismisses it as like, oh, you were meant to have that, I wasn't. Like, a lot of people might get offended and be like, how dare you? Like, I put in this work for this. But like, I don't take it like that. I take it as this more fascination. Like, I wonder if he really believes that. I wonder if he really believes that I was like predetermined to be in like phenomenal shape. Like, I wonder if he believes that it wasn't actually a choice that I made. You know, a choice that I was like, I'm gonna start doing fitness and start eating right and start like exercising a lot, playing sports like heavily and stuff like that. Like, I wonder if he thinks that like I was just predetermined by God to have six-pack abs and big biceps and broad shoulders and a V-tape. And it's just like, I don't know. I find that whole theory very intriguing. Because for fat people, for fat people and shape people are like unicorns, and it's literally unobtainable in their mind. And I think that is insane.